This is the GV Podcast, a variety review podcast featuring two of the three idiots giving their thoughts on cartoons and anime. This is an opinion-based podcast, and there's no way we're saying our thoughts and opinions are objective. Keep this in mind and enjoy the show.
So, did you destroy South Galaxy?
There's a South Galaxy?
Forget you heard that.
No. I'll talk so nice.
I don't care if you laugh. I'm the target audience of my jokes.
Stroke every time.
My name's Mayhem.
I'm Jitu.
I'm Duke.
And today we're joined by...
Well, I guess it's me this time, but Señor Azul.
Yay! And we're here to talk about the final Dragon Ball Z Abridged movie, the Broly movie. And I gotta say, it's weird how this is the last thing that they ever made for Dragon Ball Z Abridged, Team 4-Star.
It's weird. It's the last Dragon Ball movie ever.
And there's nothing else that they made afterwards, and they ended on such a high note.
Don't worry, Gohan. You have next. Yeah.
Even though what, like 2 episodes came out after this? The finale for Abridged?
I think also that Christmas special came out.
And watching this again, I like to take time in between whenever I watch the Dragon Ball Z Abridged movies, between when watching the actual show, because the movies for some reason just have such a different quality to them. I don't know what it is, but I just love it. Especially this one, and how they did Broly so well. They acknowledged how dumb this version of Broly's backstory is.
Oh, the jokes on it. I think half of the episode is them joking about it.
I still do find it funny that Broly is a character that was so beloved for how little there was to care about him.
Yeah.
And so because of how beloved he was, it's just... Toei came in and was just like, hey, what if we grab Broly and actually gave him a story and some amazing animation? And people went, yeah, we'll run with that. Yeah, sure. You know what? We don't like Super. That we'll accept.
This will make us actually maybe like Super, because now we have Broly.
No, we still don't like Super. But...
Yeah, unfortunately they did it in a movie, so you could just watch the movie and be fine.
Yeah.
But this is the best version of Broly, like, just in his way of fighting. Like, the entire fight scene for him in this movie, I think, is the best version. Like, nothing comes close with how amazingly brutal he is with every single person. Like, you think that he could kill everybody just by grabbing their head and crushing.
Yeah. What do you guys think of this version of Broly?
Personally, I like him, but I feel like he's kind of more of just like an obstacle, a bit of a wall.
Yeah.
I mean, a fucking wall that can hit back hard as hell, but a wall nonetheless.
You think they got Zenkai boosts from this?
God, imagine that.
It really helped out with the Cell turn.
Yeah, you think if this movie was canon, you think they weren't strong enough for Cell, then because of this, they got that boost and they're strong enough for him?
That'd be crazy.
Just them arriving at the Cell tournament. It's like, Goku, you finally... Why are you roided out?
Broly.
Broly. Oh, I got your shit kicked in. Okay.
Alright.
Well, shit.
I still need to check out that South Galaxy. There is no South Galaxy.
No, it's gone, and we killed the guy who killed it, and we're here to kill you now.
I still can't get over, how did he destroy all of South Galaxy, but, like, this entire section, like, he managed to not obliterate the planet?
In the actual movie, they actually do show him when he's destroying South Galaxy, and it is as slow as you could imagine.
Is he breathing in space?
Yeah.
He
First
can
off,
breathe.
yes.
He can breathe in space.
I guess. Well, I guess he just holds his breath long enough.
Oh yeah. With how big he is, he's got that giant lungs, so
But no,
probably.
There's this one scene of like him freaking out and destroying South Galaxy, just as Paragus just like, "Go stop it, man! Stop it!
Get your dog! He don't bite. Yes, he do.
Like it's not that he fully erased South Galaxy in the original movie; it's that he wiped it out basically.
He killed everybody in South Galaxy.
Like Goku visits the ruins in the movie.
Yeah. Okay. Because that's what I was also wondering.
It's nothing.
Because that's what I was also wondering. It seems that, like, Paragus's plan took so long to happen, getting, like, the castle and everything built, but then the South Galaxy just gets destroyed. Was this planet in South Galaxy?
No.
It was just in North Galaxy, just close by?
It had to have been, because...
Secretly building a planet for Vegeta to go to that was doomed.
Yeah, and they took that small ass ship.
Yeah.
I do like the implication that there's only 4 galaxies when it comes down to it.
North, south, east, west.
Yeah.
How did Perica survive South Galaxy getting destroyed?
I think like it's one of those
Hang on to Broly's boot.
into the pod.
Hope Broly just tanks it for him.
He just hit the old cosmic trails and made his way off.
God, this show throws power scaling out the fucking window.
Yeah.
Or this movie.
All the
Show.
movies in general.
Dragon
Yeah.
Ball in general, like after Frieza Saga, it was just like power scaling. What's that?
We're just gonna get more and more golden hair.
Who cares? This looks cool.
I mean, you could go as far back as even the Saiyan Saga when it comes down to it, of just like, okay, so Vegeta can one hand blow up a planet, but is worried because Frieza can also do that.
And he's also upset that Goku's power is over 9,000.
Yeah.
Which, it's over just
Compared to a
1,000.
million?
Yeah, to a million. In his second form. We were playing fighters earlier. Like, just because, and one of us selected Frieza, and it's final form Frieza. And he says, my power level is 560,000. And it's like, what? Final form Frieza is weaker than second form Frieza?
That's what his power level is supposed to be in first form.
Yeah, it's just a quote from his first form.
Really?
Yeah.
That is
Weird.
super weird.
They, in other words, they just grabbed quotes from him. But God, this movie, watching both the original version and the abridged version is such a trip because you get the reminder of how much better TFS is.
How much better that they are at seeing all of this source material and going, how could we actually make this good? They somehow made Broly, like, even though it felt like this side quest, but right before Cell, and they actually made it make sense. That, like, that it's right before the Cell fight, so everybody's kind of on edge about that, but they see the dangers that Broly has. And Gohan is not Super Saiyan 2 yet, so he's not the strongest being in existence right now. Meanwhile, Cell's just chilling out.
He's waiting.
Go ahead.
He's just chilling.
Yeah.
It's also funny, it also ties up the plot line of Team 4 Star's weirdest story between the relationship between Yajirobe and...
You mean Dragon Ball's best romance. It's not tight competition.
Whiskers the Wonder Cat.
Yes.
Can you imagine going to, like, just making a compilation of your favorite show and making a bunch of jokes on it, and then 10 years later, commissioning someone to make a scene, like a unique art style, like the art style that fits the movie, an entire scene made to confirm your ship.
To confirm your ship of you with yourself.
You with yourself.
Even better, he actually recorded the proposal dinner of his.
He just did that because it wasn't even in the actual series at all at any point.
He just wanted to.
He just did it. That is to be the weirdest statement to ever make. I propose to myself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you can make some weirder ones.
But in general, I do find that funny. Of like, one of the bits of it that I like is just the whole thing of Korin describing their relationship as like this greasy pile of food, and,
Oh,
and
God.
just Yajirobe being like, "Did you just describe our relationship as that?"
It's a big greasy.
Well, yeah, but I do.
Like that was the
Selling
proposal.
point.
That was the entire bit of it, and at the same time, another plot line that it popped up in this movie and is just as good. The Gohan trying to get into college storyline. Do you think it was this is where he gets his degree for etymology?
What the fuck did you get a degree for etymology?
Etymology?
Well, isn't that the bug one?
No.
That's not
Etymology is like origin of words.
Which one's the study of bugs? You with your phone out.
Yeah.
We have our own version.
Entomology.
Entomology. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry that my
letter.
my pronunciation was wrong.
You're off by one letter. It happens.
That is funny though. Man, he was doing so good learning words from all these people. Oh, that's how he learned it. Frieza Force members. He learned the origin of all their names.
Here's
all
how
the
you remember it.
Saiyans.
Here's how you remember it. Instead of entomology, entomology.
Entomology. I didn't want to say entomology because you know me. I would have said entomology.
I mean, it's a good way to remember it.
Yeah. I think I was trying to not be dumb, but it would have ended up being right. That would have been the only time that I would have been right.
And you held back.
I want to mention some of the weird shit from watching the original version of that movie. I've got a list of some stuff. It's very short, but
And the special that they made was like 20 minutes. How long is the actual movie?
I think all the original movies are like 45 to an hour.
45 an hour.
if I remember correctly, this one was the longest. Yeah, it's an hour and 12 minutes.
Hour and 12 minutes, and they cut it down to 20 minutes.
Shows you how much they could have cut out from the movie.
Yes.
It was the longest running until Battle of Gods.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I want to mention just like, once again, the original movie is actually really weird on occasion. Like, it starts off so weird in so many ways. Like, oh man, South Galaxy is gone, and you see a weird oil pastel, like, freaked out King Kai.
Oh.
And it's like, it kind of reminded me of, like, in One Piece when, with Bon Clay. That scene of Sanji like reaching out his hand to him, and then just Bon Clay.
The shocked expression.
Yeah, where
Very
everything goes painting.
Very thick lines.
And the other problem with this movie, the licensed music fucking sucks for a majority of this movie. It's one thing to have licensed music, it's another for the licensed music to suck.
Damn, they missed. They did not cook.
Oh god.
Pass. Go to jail. Do not collect $200.
Hey, who licensed the music?
It was it Toei?
Funimation.
Funimation.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Funimation dub. Of course, I watched that because I'm not gonna watch it in Japanese. But man, that dub score is fucking awful.
Because it's all like 90s like rock music that like somehow got like associated with Dragon Ball. How on earth could that be associated with Dragon Ball?
Because you have a big, like, what, 8 foot, 300-something pound dude? Well, not even 300 pounds, probably 600 fucking pounds with how he looks.
The
You have essentially big buff dude, you're gonna have some metal in
You're
it.
gonna have some metal.
It fits this version of Broly because he's just big, angry guy that's just smashing through things.
It fits Broly. I'll say this: the music, like the point when it actually goes, like, okay, this fits, I like it, was with Broly.
You can't tell me Pantera doesn't go hard when he's transforming, bro.
Yeah.
So
But no, it gets weird for other moments. Like one example was what was it? There's a scene with the Shimotions where the music gets weird. The song at the very beginning is just absolutely weird. Just there was one scene I remember of Vegeta walking down a hallway with, I think, Paragus,
Yeah.
and music starts playing as they're talking. Because they didn't know where to begin the music. And so I go, oh, I guess a thing is happening now.
It's like battle music when you're walking in like an open world game and battle music starts and you're just like, who's that? Who's there? Who's there? Who's coming after me?
Does Incredible Hulk have rock music with him? Because this is basically
Yeah, exactly.
Hulk.
It's what if Hulk was a Saiyan, yeah.
Honestly,
So every so often I see the post of people say like, oh man, how far are they getting for like whenever they show like say Goku and Vegeta against like everybody from the Marvel universe. I feel bad whenever somebody says that and I'm sitting here just like, you mean the franchise that's been around for over 60 years and just keeps adding bullshit powers?
and I love the addition that someone made that it's just Professor X just mind tricking both Goku and Vegeta and they just start making out.
My favorite is One Punch Man going up to the Marvel universe and somebody made a comic of just like, here's $50. Fuck off.
Yeah. How to defeat One Punch Man. Pay him out.
Damn. God.
It's not even like a large amount. It's just enough for him to go grocery shopping.
Like, there's even a death battle with Broly versus the Hulk. And it's like, oh, that ought to be a little closer, because Hulk is a really simple character. Like, you look at all the cartoons, you look at all the movies, like, oh, very, very simple. No, it's comic book Hulk.
No, the comic book version.
Comics are stupid.
Comics are fucking awful because they've
You want
gone
to talk
on-
about power scaling bullshit, dude? That's comics. you think Dragon Ball's bad when it comes to scaling the power levels? Comics is a whole nother level.
In the past 10 years for Superman, everything is now canon for him.
Oh god.
Everything.
Yeah, they rebooted it again, essentially, and so now everything is essentially canon for him, which means, yes, he did once pull planets by a chain.
Did Dragon Ball have a reboot? I guess Diamond's a reboot, right?
Daima is sort of a reboot, and
Maybe not. But Dragon Ball, like as a whole, like it never had a reboot.
It's
I
the
think
best
the
way
closest
I would
we had
consider.
is Super, actually.
Super Battles
Super is
Gods.
probably the closest we had because they said that happens in between the 7-year gap of the end of Z.
Yeah.
Which makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
I'd consider it maybe like almost a fan sequel at that point, like Toei just going, okay, Toyotaro, go ahead and handle Super. Here you go. Look at GT. Here you go. All this stuff.
Makes Dragon Ball Super. Makes a new form for Goku. Proceeds to be worse than Super Saiyan 4.
And then he wants to make old Goku.
And not advance him at all in his character
Even
arc
though-
at all.
It
At the end of
sucks.
Z, he's not old.
It
looking.
sucks because
That's why it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Toyotaro actually does do some good stuff with Dragon Ball. Like, I will say, there is some good stuff, like interesting tidbits that he does with the story here and there. Like, apparently, the Goku Black Saga in the manga is fantastic.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no,
it's
amazing.
way better.
Amazing.
And when it comes to the Tournament of Power, there's elements of it that are better. Like, I will still say to my dying breath that I love the idea that Roshi, like, showed hints of the potential to have Ultra Instinct,
I think
but didn't awaken it because it didn't have the, like, full potency.
I like the my personal theory that it just means that Roshi was very close to dying.
Yeah.
Let him rest. Let him rest.
Well, that's kind of what Ultra Instinct is. It's just a technique of just like, oh, I'm about to die, but I got this power.
let me say let me just alter the plot myself.
Another thing I can mention was I thought it was cool. It was actually the movie where we got to see that space that he goes through during instant transmission.
Another thing that makes no sense.
It makes no sense, but at the same time, I was just like, oh, this looks really cool.
I always assume that like the best form of teleportation is like the magnet mentality, where it's just you think about something or like you see something that you want to go to and you just go and you're just there, and it's like there's 1 second where your atoms are here and the next frame of a second you're where you want it to be. I don't like the dimension hopping, time travel, teleportation thing. Like, if time travel, that's time stopping, that's a whole other thing. That's a whole other horse. But the teleportation, when it's been established as just teleportation, then gets suddenly broadened into dimension hopping. That's where I'm just like, what?
But, I mean, they did the same thing with the Cooler movie, actually. Because you see them fighting in that space.
Inside, oh
Yeah.
my god.
So it makes it even make less sense now.
Yeah, because now it's just like, what is this space? What are the rules here?
Because, yeah, as I say, you hear... I want to say they're popping in and out of reality, so fuck, maybe it could be, but...
I'll be honest,
It
I
makes
do
one of those
like...
days.
I feel mixed about it of, like, I love and hate the just Cooler going, oh yeah, I remember learning that technique. I was like, oh, fuck you.
Goku learned it from eating people, and Cooler, you're not Cell!
Some other scenes I wanted to mention is in the movie that you actually see Goku fight Skinny Broly. There's a scene of him fighting Skinny Broly.
They definitely skip over that in
just-
this abridged one.
In the Abridged, they
'Cause
skip
you
over
can.
Broly until Legendary.
Yeah.
Because you can, in all fairness, because when it comes to Skinny Broly, it just stops. Like, in the actual movie, it just stops. That was the thing that bothered me. I was just like, oh my god, we're fighting!
And now he's...
Broly, stop it! Okay.
And
He just stops.
And it is the whole, like, build-up of the legendary Super Saiyans, so why, like, tease us with it? Just full-on, just give us Broly.
Also, the explanation for why Vegeta stays on the planet while there's basically nothing is given that he's looking for the legendary Super Saiyan because, like, they've heard, like, oh, that's the guy that blew up South Galaxy. Everybody knows of the existence of the legendary Super Saiyan, and that he's the one that destroyed South Galaxy.
Didn't they try and make this like a mystery thing? Even
Yeah.
though there's literally the only other two Saiyans are standing right there,
Yeah.
and one of them is restrained?
What's your power level?
Stop asking that!
Yeah. But, another one was the fact that, like, once he comes back and he's like, okay, I'm done with this shit, and Vegeta tries to leave. When we see Goku, I don't know what it is. I swear, for the past few movies I've seen of, like, the actual movies, Goku has to be, like, schizophrenic or some shit.
What?
With the way he is. Dude, I swear to God, the number of times in these movies where he's just like, oh, hey guys, how you doing? Now, Broly,
What?
he switches on a dime.
That sounds a lot like Super Goku.
No, worse. So beyond worse. I don't know what it is.
The movie Goku is off his medication, is undiagnosed, and the Super one is finally on meds.
That has to be what it is, because, like, he's fully off his meds in these moments of just, like he's sitting there.
No, bro, that's called locking in.
He's like,
Yeah, he locks in.
Y'all don't do
It's-
that?
it's the what was that? It was the meme for a while where like Goku's like making a face and then like he like instantly like turns to the camera and like locks in. He's just like, I can't remember where that was from. It was definitely in the old Z art style. But I will say, the one thing that I will say that the original version definitely did better, even though I don't actually know exactly what they did, the Shimotions. I don't think I like what they...
Would you prefer they just don't exist at all?
I
and
prefer
are
that they were
slave
just a
race?
slave race and not what they did with them.
You prefer slave race, not sex slave race?
Oh God, no! Don't say that!
But other things to mention of I just writing my notes are just like, okay, Broly thrust bomb, what the fuck?
Thrust
Just-
bomb.
He just thrust and explodes an area, I remember in the movie.
Let it know and behold that it left a moment in time for Duke when Broly thrusted. It is now a moment in Duke's life.
Would you not make that a notable moment for you of if you're watching some guy fight and then he thrusts and explodes an area?
No, actually.
I would go, what the fuck? But
If it
also, Roshi's attempt at distracting him.
Yeah, they cut out Roshi too. Like as soon as he stopped after he threw up in the abridged version, it was just he's done. There was no more Roshi. He had nothing to do, nothing to offer in the story. He was done.
He has an entire scene where he comes in and tries to distract Broly. Basically, he goes into his buff form, and it's like, oh shit, is he about to fight Broly? That's actually kind of sick. And then he starts pulling out these masks and doing a weird dance. And one of the masks is Arale, the robot girl that Toriyama made.
Okay. I like the idea of just, I will now distract you with dance! He's still drunk!
Beat his ass!
Beat his ass!
And it turns out, yeah, the Shimosins, their planet is still there, and so he's just like, this dance sucks, and blows up their planet.
That's what makes him decide to blow up their planet?
Basically.
This old guy has pissed me off. Let me not kill him.
Yeah, Piccolo has a sick entrance at some point.
Do they even explain why he shows up in the original?
I'm about to
No.
get to that, and it's the most frustrating thing I've ever read.
This is gotta be something.
And while he's there, Broly calls himself a true freak,
A true freak.
which was the point that I got to remember. Apparently, the reason why they list off all those
Yeah, it's
titles
things
for
he
him
calls himself in past
Yeah.
media.
in all these different versions, things he called himself.
Yeah, video
I'm
games. I think what was it? I think it was pretty much like past video games, basically, where you get the different versions of it.
Ah.
Also, the Funimation dub of "I'm a true freak" kind of shit.
You monster! You devil! A demon.
Yeah,
You gotta switch.
No,
but that's just some different shit that he's been called. Anyway,
I'm
The explanation.
I'm gonna gaslight you, but like be really bad at it.
Yeah.
the explanation is that he heard King Kai.
The King Kai told him.
No,
that
he heard him.
What was he tuned in on the right radio frequency?
How much can he hear?
Everything.
Everything.
And once again, I had to have the the note of just like standing up to knock out Piccolo is just fucking crazy.
He's literally going towards him. Piccolo is ready to hit Broly.
And then guess what? He turns into a wall.
He turns into an unstoppable object for Piccolo to just be like, oh fuck!
Yeah, the last few notes, it's funny enough, like, because of the fact that it's all the rest of the fight, is usually the point when I'm like, okay, this is actually where everything's getting awesome. Of, like, the music's finally getting good again, and then the line, what do you say you give us a handicap? Is that another word for coffin? That's fantastic. They honestly sell how cool Broly is in the last moments.
I still can't get over just how much that Dragon Ball Z, especially the movies, is just, we gotta set up what the fight is and then just give you the fight for the rest of it.
Because they know, at this point they know, like, it's like Godzilla movies.
You're not here for the people to talk, you're not here for Roshi to dance, you're here to watch Broly shove his fist up Goku's ass.
They got runtimes of 45 minutes. They don't got a whole lot of story to go with.
They just have to get them from point A to point B. And point B is very long.
Seriously, at this point, they basically look at you like, hey, how would you like 20 minutes of setup and then in an entire hour of amazing animation?
I would take 5 minutes of setup and then the 40 minutes of fight.
I more look at Broly where the setup is actually good, of just like, oh shit, I feel bad for this man. That pelt he wears is his basically only friend's ear.
That's what I gotta ask. Super Broly or this Broly?
Super all the way, easily.
Super Broly?
Super Broly has better writing.
Better writing, a better backstory, makes more sense. He didn't survive the planet exploding literally on top of him.
He's also stronger, I think.
Really?
Oh, wait.
Oh yeah, because Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue,
Yeah.
he's able to take those on. He's only defeated by Gogeta.
Yeah. And he was getting close to whooping Gogeta's ass.
He did Frieza. No?
No.
He got
Dude,
steamrolled.
the moment Vegeta went blue, the fight was over. Broly stood no chance.
Yeah.
He got absolutely cooked the moment he turned to blue, bro.
That's not fair!
Bro hit him with like a 5-piece combo, and Broly was like trying to shake it off, trying to see straight.
I love Frieza's just, that's cheating kind of shit.
We need to watch it again.
Did Frieza even go?
Oh, it's on the list.
Oh, you should.
Did Frieza go gold?
Yes.
Yeah.
Broly? Oh,
He,
yeah.
he did go...
He goes gold and it literally cuts away.
I was like, he gets his ass whooped. Like, he gets his ass whooped, does the regular, like, no. I'm Frieza, transforms, and then gets cooked again.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
imagine
God.
after that he was just like, fuck this, I'm finding a goddamn chamber with an extra dimension.
I would say, no wonder he trained for 10 years, bro was done with the disrespect.
Yeah. I just still love how this Broly was so popular that they finally decided, yes, let's actually put him in, give the story, make it good, and now he's actually going to be one of the best fighters for Universe 7.
Yes.
Can you imagine actually seeing Broly get, like, if not blue, like, maybe, like, other forms or something like that? Like obviously, Dragon Ball is terrible with
Super
their
Saiyan
forms,
4.
but, like, imagine Super Saiyan 4 Broly.
How would that even work?
It would be insane. It would look more like a baby when he goes, when he's the great ape, with that he's all gold and all that kind of stuff.
Does he still have his tail?
No, because he doesn't have the tail here.
Then he can't.
I was like,
They literally
they'd
had
have
to
to
remove
redesign
it.
Super Saiyan 4 completely.
Yeah,
Just because
yeah.
of the whole no tail.
They would have
Yeah.
to retcon Super
Because
Saiyan.
no
Or-
one has a tail.
Or just do the pressure point thing that they did with Gohan, where they just press it and now he has tail.
Basically.
That was only in the Turtles movie.
Yeah.
Or just pull a GT, have him pull it out of Goku's ass.
Literally. So that this
Oh, it
Broly
was stuck in there!
foreshadowing. Broly was going to go look and make sure that they still had their tails.
But, honestly, my personal rating, I would say best Broly has to be Bio Broly and Kale. Absolutely best Brolys.
So we kill him now, or as soon as he hits the stop button? Because I'm voting now.
Honestly, this movie, it's, like, the original version is, it's wild how popular it was, but in all fairness, it was, especially during a time where it's like, most anime fans, when it came down to it, didn't care too much if it was like the most grandiose story you've ever seen. They just wanted a really cool fight, and that's what they got.
They wanted, You go.
I was gonna say, a lot of earlier Dragon Ball fans, and even now, they just care about the fight scenes.
The fight.
They just want to see straight hands. That's all they want to see. They don't care about the character interactions. I personally love to see the character interactions outside of fighting.
I like to
Hence
see
why I love the start of the Buu saga where Gohan's going to school, because you just see a bunch of character interactions that we don't normally get to see.
Yeah,
Great Saiyaman!
Yeah, it could have been such a good. The Great Saiyaman could have been such a good Spider-Man, Superman situation with Gohan having to balance regular life and the superhero and all that kind of stuff. Just why did the Great Saiyaman not show up in the movie called Superhero?
Okay,
Come on.
the manga actually does it a little better. So I want to mention some stuff when it comes to the manga of, first off, apparently Trunks and Goten
Saiyaman 1
have
and 2.
now become the Great Saiyaman.
The Great Saiyaman 1 and 2.
Yeah, but the best part about it is they're not even fully inspired by Gohan. They're like, oh yeah, like what Gohan did. But they're more inspired because there's a superhero movie that was playing at the time, and they're just like, I want that. I want to be like that.
Imagine that actually happening in the movie, and you just go, oh, that's why it's called it.
Yeah.
That they were watching a superhero movie.
It has to be the same line of movies that Gohan saw or some shit.
Is that the guy who made the androids in this one? Because he's all dressed up like a superhero.
Yeah.
So he has to be a fan of those movies.
Was
They literally
that-
just make him a Marvel fan.
Wasn't that guy a kid when Gohan was Great Saiyaman?
Probably.
Number- no-
He's the grandson of Jiro.
You know, isn't he a kid now?
He's I would say he's around 20, I think. So he's
He was alive when Jiro died.
Yeah.
So I would say
He was definitely alive when 16.
Oh, you know what? I got it. My phone.
Oh wait, don't
Was
say
it-
he served a full sentence in jail.
Yeah.
He served
Funny
a full
enough, we got to
sentence.
So
see
he got
why he went
tried.
to jail in the manga.
What do you do?
They mentioned it in the movie as well, but that's what the full pre-saga was, or the pre-arc was, of basically he just had a bunch of zombies.
Yeah, he got
He
arrested
roast
because
people.
he needed money, so he made zombies and had him as a store clerk.
He did that he had a shit ton
Yeah, they
of zombies
explained it in the movie.
apparently.
Oh, that's great. I
It-
totally missed that.
I saw the movie
He got-
a month ago, so I have it a little fresh.
He got a reduced sentence because of it, though. Funny enough, the whole zombie thing, he got a reduced sentence because of the fact that because he brought people back from the dead, and very blatantly, he just gave them back to the people.
They're alive now.
Yeah, so this big old fucking jock dude, this big old football player, just and just my son and an old lady.
That's great.
Oh.
That's great.
And so he got a reduced sentence because of the fact that he's just well, I just revived the dead.
I can do that.
They said he got out on good behavior, but I don't think that's good behavior.
Grave robbing, grave taking, I guess. But mainly brought up superhero because it brings in Broly again, and it actually shows him there training with Goku and Vegeta. And this new version of Broly that we have is actually trying to learn how to control the legendary rage that he has in him. And I find that so interesting that they're actually developing Broly, I think, the most in recent Dragon Ball. Because everybody else is so static, but here's this character that everybody loved so much. Let's try and make him an actual third person that might be able to someday be with Goku and Vegeta fighting the main threats and that kind of stuff.
Gohan is older by 2 years, by the way.
Gohan is 2 years older than the
Hedo.
Hedo is his name.
Yeah.
Isn't he voiced by what was his voice?
Tanjiro.
Tanjiro, yeah.
The main character
God.
of Demon Slayer.
Justin Briner.
No, luckily not him. No, instead it's what was it? Shit from JoJo. What was his name? The white-haired dude.
Oh,
Koichi?
Koichi.
Yeah, he's Koichi.
Koichi, Tanjiro, and Dr. Hedo all have the same voice in English.
And then, but I like how also the Super Broly. We also got the two characters, the old guy the cook, and what was her name again? The girl, the white-haired Bulma.
Chile?
Chile.
Chile and Lemo?
Yeah, and the fact that they're on
White-haired-
Beerus's planet now, and they literally split up Beerus's obsession with Bulma, the good food and the hot woman. Could you imagine a love triangle between Beerus, Broly, and Chile?
Triangle.
Triangle?
Love
That's That's a one-way street, my guy.
That's a very heavy triangle.
That's I go out with me or I blow up everything.
No, thank you. Oh.
They would be the ones to be able to. She would be the one to be able to tell him no and survive.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing for Beerus, I like stubborn women. Do you want to go out with me? No. Fuck.
Oh!
Why do I like stubborn women?
What about you guys with like the progression of Broly to potentially being like one of the main fighters for the Z Fighters?
I want to know when they're gonna fucking do it.
When they do it!
When they gonna do it?
Well, unfortunately, it's a monthly manga at this point, so we're basically waiting.
Has Broly even shown up in the manga? Yeah. Okay.
Of course he has, yeah. He showed up for the whole thing with the superhero arc, basically.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
He shows up there, which I was going to say, Great Saiyan Man for Gohan. Every time he looks at, like, the people he was fighting, he's just like, this feels so familiar and I don't like it.
He's getting reminded of In the Rain with 2 androids.
Yeah. But was gonna say he also does show up in the latest chapter, which is basically the first chapter of the new arc. We don't know what it's gonna be.
Of the new everything? Okay.
Probably gonna be Daima or whatever. It's whatever is before Z. Whatever this, millisecond before Z is. Or the end of Z.
The end of Z, yeah. It seems very weird how they're sort of bringing in the movie stuff like Broly and like Daima's like doing like the whole thing that GT with making Goku a child. It's very weird how they're like slowly starting to bring in the other ideas that other people had, and they're like making a story, but it's like, why making them kids? Why making them all of them kids?
Marketable.
Damn it!
But no, there's some bits of this where I'm like, okay, this could be really interesting for this next story arc. I'm interested to see what happens, and praying that it was, chapters could have come out sooner, but hey.
I actually am really hopeful that Broly gets some progression and use in the story, and he's not literally just we have to train him to not be angry all the time.
They imply that Gohan, Goten, and Goku at the end of this chapter, by the way, have not seen each other in a while.
Mm.
Which kind of makes sense considering they kind of zone out when it comes to training and shit.
Yeah, Goku's on another planet, basically ascended twice, and Goten is probably actually trying to be the Great Saiyan Man.
Goten is he's basically the underling of the main Great Saiyan Man because
he's
it's
the younger,
Trunks.
He's the younger one.
Unfortunately. Am I alone in not liking teenage Trunks as much anymore?
I know that we'll get there eventually. Trunks... Why did Super make modern Trunks falling in love with girl who is technically older than his mother?
My.
And Goku.
That's still a weird story, dude. That's still such a weird story element of just like, yes, let's have their relationship bloom.
Akira Toriyama, what the fuck are you hiding from us?
Ugh.
A good Frieza design! I just recolored him again!
Could you imagine? He's got a folder somewhere off in the distance that's just full of like alternate designs of all these different things that actually look good.
It would be rejected designs.
Yeah, and it's just like Toei was just like, no, that's a little too complicated to draw.
Could you imagine?
Hey, can we do Gear 5?
Could you imagine Akira Toriyama like backhanded like handing someone during a meeting just the design of Super Saiyan 4? Just like, please get this out there.
It's only you can do it, and he's gonna be like, nah.
Yeah. Because honestly, just look at Super Saiyan 4. Is that not still one of the coolest transformations? Compared to...
Maybe.
Compared to what?
All the other Super Saiyan forms, God, Blue.
I don't know. First, I'm a fan of God. I love God. I love that he leans out a little bit. It's just, a little bit of a, like, not red, but kind of, I guess, like magenta-ish hair.
Yeah.
With, like, that fire aura.
Yeah.
I love God.
And red eyes.
Yeah, the red eye. Ooh.
And then they instantly leave it behind for Blue.
Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't like, is that they kind of gave us Blue, and then it's like, okay, but now what happened to God?
What happened to the red?
God actually had this, like, divine feeling.
Yeah.
Compared as to where now Blue just kind of feels like, oh, look, we're back to Super Saiyan, except now it's just different color.
Yeah, yep. Toriyama passes a note. Hear me out, guys. Hear me out, guys.
The Super Saiyan 100.
The Beast Gohan.
Beast Gohan.
Super Saiyan God, Super Beast, Gohan, Beast, Super.
As the last thing, Zuzu, do you want to rant how much you hate Beast Gohan?
I don't hate Beast Gohan. I just think it's really lazy.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
it's like, and Gohan was very much shoehorned into the superhero movie.
Because it was Piccolo's movie.
Because it was supposed to be like Toriyama was so excited to do shit for Piccolo. I think he's even stated that Piccolo's his favorite character before.
He's great.
And he really only cared about doing the Piccolo stuff. But then I think his publisher or someone higher up told him like, hey, put Gohan in the movie too. I want to see Gohan do something. And he's like, what the fuck do I do with Gohan? What the fuck what do people like? Oh, they like Super Saiyan 2. Okay, I'll do that again.
I'll bring Cell back.
I got a complaint when it comes to something I've noticed with a lot of anime and manga in general now.
Yeah.
The fuck is up with the editors? The fuck is up with these awful editors that keep going like, no, that's stupid. We'll do this. I got to hear that recently with Naruto. Apparently they did that.
Yeah, oh my god. We'll touch on this just very briefly because this is not the Naruto talk, but I'm finally watching Naruto Shippuden for the first time. For the first time ever. And oh my god! The pacing is horrible. And the pacing is horrible because because he has to remake everything that's happening. Because they told him, no, do it again. And better.
I swear to God. But it's the fact that like the pacing is like okay, well, this one chapter for this one episode, so go ahead and explain everything you do for 5 fucking minutes.
It's 5 episodes is like 1 hour. In the show's time that like 1 hour has passed in their fight or whatever, it's 5 episodes.
Yep.
Oh hell no.
It is
absolutely horrendous.
It is honestly how is Naruto
one
like
panel in the manga.
in
one panel.
Yeah. Like how
You're telling me I could just literally be like, and done. Wow, that's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, and like, wow, that was good and insane, and I love the depth of it and everything. And then the show is like,
The one thing I can easily mention when I'm talking about that fucking editor problem I'm noticing is it pissed me off to hear this. 7 Swordsmen of the Mist.
What is this? Where is this?
Remember that whole thing of the shark dude in Naruto?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how he's mentioned.
Yeah, Zabuza had his big ass sword.
Yeah.
And like they were called the 7 Swordsmen of the Mist. But they mentioned the fact that basically I think it was like Might Guy's dad or something like that had fucked them up. Embarrassed them.
Okay.
And want to know what we know of their story that was built up and like, oh, teased, like, the 7 Swordsmen of the Mist. What do we know of them?
What?
That their arc was cut. Because it would have passed the nice old 700 chapter number.
I can't believe that Naruto is like... It was one of the... It's like Digimon to me, where Naruto is like... There's the mainstream one, which is Dragon Ball Z, and then there's the niche one that this group of people really like, but I don't understand it, and I've never seen it before, so I'm not going to really acknowledge it or care about it. That's what Naruto is. And now actually experiencing Naruto, I should have bullied those kids in middle school harder. Because, oh my god! This is what you consider to be good?
Back then, when it was the only thing you had.
Yeah. But I was watching Avatar instead!
Man, Avatar was really good.
Well, they wanted more than just Avatar. They wanted Avatar Plus, basically. They wanted Avatar and they wanted seconds. And unfortunately, the only seconds that was available was Naruto at the time.
What, like 60 seconds? Or
No. Anyway.
Well, it was 60 seconds for Naruto. It was an hour for us.
Any other good old question for us about Broly?
Which design do you like more of Broly?
Super.
You like Super Broly?
The more thought out one.
The more thought out one.
Actually, okay. So this has its good points though. Like I will say, I think his bling.
The gold.
The gauntlets.
Bro has ice.
Yeah, bro's iced the fuck out of this one. But in Super, he's kind of broke. But like, look, he
From
has
riches to rags.
I know. We was kings.
We was kings. We was up.
I took it all.
So Duke lit this gif of Broly kicking the shit out of Goku into this cliffside. And like I'm just looking at all of so I'm just looking at all of Broly's clothes here from Z, and it looks nice. The clothes are nice. The little like cape drape thing that he has around his hips are nice. The fucking boots are pretty good. I don't know how they stayed the same size when he fucking transformed, but whatever.
And he's got the baggy pants that are somehow still baggy.
He still kind of fills them up, well, only a little bit.
I wish this was the other version of this gif where he's just swinging Goku in the air and then swinging him down, then swinging him up. like a baby. Yeah, no, it's my favorite. So somebody played like some real gentle music and just Goku going, wee! And it's one of my favorites. But...
What is with this version of Broly, the Z movie Broly? Who of all the other villains do you think that he could fight and win?
Probably Cooler.
You think he could take out Cooler?
Oh, dude, I think he fucking wipes the floor with Cooler.
With Cooler, okay. What about Z Frieza?
Easy.
Mecha Frieza?
Easy.
Okay. What about which of the androids do you think that he can take out?
I think he starts with the point when he starts to struggle is Cell.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think
Wait,
Broly. I think when we get to, I would say he's probably equivalent to like semi-perfect Cell.
Semi-perfect.
Fight him, if not beat him, maybe.
No, I think because Goku can go Super Saiyan and his hair is short. So by that time, Goku and Gohan were as strong as Perfect Cell, regular Perfect Cell, and he's fucking them up. So
All at the same time.
Yeah,
if you want to go with the whole in the 7 day. Well, the way I've always seen movies is alternate timelines is as what ifs. So as in this one is what if they defeated Cell before he got perfect? So then all this happened.
But then Goku wouldn't be here because Goku died.
No. Before Cell got perfect.
Basically,
before
best
Cell got
case scenario.
Yeah, like basically Cell was defeated before he went perfect. Everyone lived. He still went Super Saiyan. This is just an alternate timeline. And they're like, hey, look, Broly happened.
What if this is
Same-
the timeline that that one future Trunks that Cell kills and then takes the time machine from? What if this is that future that he saves and didn't have to deal with Cell? I'm reading too far into it.
So now we're going a little too far.
Yeah, I'm reading too far into it, but it's just like, wait a minute, that makes sense.
But yeah, no,
Cell has to be so lucky to get perfect.
Yeah.
Now that I
Yeah.
think about it, he has to be so.
Well,
lucky.
he made it himself a little bit.
Yeah, that's it.
He literally jumped timelines to make it happen.
my image is that he struggles against Cell, but then the moment that we get like the best version of Cell,
The
perfecter Cell, yeah,
super perfect.
perfecter, yeah. The moment we get perfecter Cell, that's the point when he's like absolutely fucking obliterated.
Shouldn't Cell be always be coming back then? Because he's a timeline monster.
He's a timeline monster, but I think the semantics.
I think they
of-
forgot about that.
Yeah, the
That's
time.
fair.
This is why you don't open up the wormhole that is time travel in any story.
Ever.
Like Trunks
Yeah.
coming back, but then also in his future timeline, he's technically this legendary Super Saiyan in the Goku Black Saga. Like isn't he like gets like a Broly rage moment?
Oh, fucking
Trunks in Goku Black.
Yeah, Super Saiyan
yeah.
Rage. Super
Yeah, another
Saiyan
part that
Rage.
makes no sense.
I guess it's just like an
Oh,
ability
okay.
now that they have where like
Rage boost?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Rage
they
boost.
literally call that like Super Saiyan Rage. That's kind of what they call it, that Trunks.
So it's like Broly just has like an extreme version of it. He's high functioning, rage boosted.
Not high functioning. It is not high
I
functioning.
try not to pay too much attention to that form for Trunks because it's like fanboy me is like, oh shit, that's cool, new form. But like when I try to put a little bit of logic to it, it's like, why the fuck does he have God Key in that form?
Wait, this makes no sense.
Super Vegeta, where he's even more blue.
Oh god.
Yeah, what is that? Is that supposed to be Super Saiyan 2 blue?
What?
when not when
The deep
Oh,
blue
the
color
evolved-
for
the evolved
Vegeta.
blue?
Yeah, when Vegeta goes
it's
bluer.
called Super Saiyan Blue Evolution.
Blue
So,
evolution.
I don't know what it is. I really don't know. I genuinely have no fucking idea.
But when
where it
Super
comes
Saiyan
from.
2 came out,
It is, for me, I've never been a huge fan of that form because it's just a giant ass pull of him being like, Kaba, no. Brr.
Oh my god.
But wasn't Super Saiyan 2 called Ascended Super Saiyan
Ascended.
before it
Yes,
was Super
originally,
Saiyan 2? And it was only ever called Super Saiyan 2 when Goku is like talking to Babidi.
And he goes Super Saiyan 3.
And this is to go even
I was
further
gonna say,
beyond.
I feel like at then, it was a dope ass moment. after that, you start adding in a bunch, and you're like, okay, wait, we just had 3, and we don't even use 3 that often because
Yeah,
whenever he
really,
does, shit gets
Three
serious.
isn't even good. 3 isn't even good. It's just bullshit overclock.
It lets Goku use Dragon Fist, and that's it!
I was like, I love 3 just because anytime you see 3, you know some hands are being thrown, bro. Like some great fucking scenes are gonna come until Super came. But and then,
Or it's gonna get
Something
trivialized.
yeah,
Something
and then
just fucked me up.
they're like, yeah.
What?
Something just fucked me up. I hate to say, some of the best stuff from Dragon Ball Super is just god rehashes of the best moments of Dragon Ball, in all fairness. And I've got another example that came to mind of, I really like when we see in the Tournament of Power top, where he went to that basically God of Destruction form, where he gets fucking ripped and he's got the massive, like, God of Destruction symbol on his chest, and he's, like, ready to fight. And it's like, this is fucking awesome! Fuck, this is just Majin top! That's all it is!
Oh my god, you saying that and actually starting the God of Destruction and Majin thing is actually starting to make sense now. Like, they're basically the same thing.
Yeah, remember where he's glowing purple and all that shit?
God damn it.
Like top, because he was a candidate to become a God of Destruction.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that was left in that decision making was Top's decision.
Yeah, of like, fine, I'll
So
destroy
in the middle of
everything.
the tournament, he's just like, you know what? I will become the God of Destruction, and then powers up.
Isn't it his...
That's literally what it is.
You know... Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
I'm thinking I'm purple now.
I'm thinking, you know what? I am him.
Then
Dude,
there's
Ultra Ego is. I want to talk about Ultra Ego now because
I don't
Ultra-
even know much about Ultra Ego.
Okay,
you have to
It's
fill me
Ultra
in.
Ego.
It's literally just I get hit, I get stronger, and I don't have eyebrows.
It's Zenkai Boost. It's instant Zenkai Boost.
basically. Okay, so Ultra Ego, yeah, that's the entire point of, like, you get hit, you get stronger. The only problem that I have with it, he still has his normal durability.
He's still weak as shit. So it's like
If he gets his shit rocked, he
Bro's
still
gonna
got
get-
his shit rocked.
Bro's gonna get clocked once in that form. Be like, don't worry, guys. I'm not holding my left. Oh fuck, I'm holding my left arm, guys. I'm fucked. I'm done. I'm cooked.
and then you can't have it be like the ultimate like Zenkai boost thing because then you write yourself into a million corners. Vegeta can just solve every problem by just going Ultra Ego and not.
I'm gonna say
And
you
never
have sense
losing.
for this dude.
And he would finally, like, surpass Goku. He would surpass Goku, like, almost instantly.
Yeah.
And Goku, knowing that, would allow it to happen.
Oh, and a quick note for people asking why we don't talk too much about the plot of this movie specifically.
It's a fight!
Hey, if you want to know the plot of the legendary Super Saiyan Broly, go to Mexico and ask literally any person you meet.
I like how there's still restaurants that have the Z version of Broly. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
With
still
an apron on
I was
him.
gonna say, if you really want to know the story, you could probably read a like, I don't know, two sentence transcript. And you're
Yeah.
good.
It's literally
There's
just
not much story to this.
yeah.
It's
There is a legendary Super Saiyan named Broly, and they fight him. Unfortunately, that's all the story is.
and they win.
Somehow,
They win by the power of bullshit.
I hear the
going
theory.
into
I would say
Goku.
one theory that I hear is that Goku powered up and punched him right in the scar that King Vegeta had stabbed him through. But
Yeah, I've heard that before.
where's the
But
scar?
where is it? Where
Where's
did
the
he?
scar?
Where did the baby get stabbed?
Them abs hide them. Them abs hide it.
I'm now imagining like in like a stupider version of the movie, in like where Goku sees the weakness in like slow motion. You see his abs like move apart. Yeah, they
Oh!
The only thing I could think of, actually, of to why he doesn't have a scar is when he transforms, you see his skin rip off. So
Yeah.
maybe it's literally new skin already.
The scar tissue
Like
got
as
removed.
he transforms, that's one thing I love about that transformation. You see his skin ripping off because he's gonna get big as fuck.
That's a thing too that like is sort of a thing with Super Saiyan is that they make it this terrifying transformation that like hurts their body.
I think that's why people like him. They bring back because they always talk about Saiyans being brutal, that these like evil, all that stuff. We hear about everything, and then we finally see it with him.
Like
Because
what?
we never see it. We always see Goku, who's literally the quite opposite of this shit.
Do you think that Broly's like the ancient there's the legendary Super Saiyan, but like what did that actually mean? How did they lose it with the great and then start just going with the great apes? Do you think that the Super Saiyan, this actual like the golden hair thing
Okay,
was actually
I'm about to say some shit. I don't know if this is 100%. It's just some shit that I hear, but supposedly S cells, which is essentially Super Saiyan cells, which is
What?
why the reason why Goku
Oh, yeah.
and Trunks is because they literally inherited Super Saiyan.
They inherited
Goten and Trunks literally inherited Super Saiyan.
not Gohan.
And then supposedly too, it's like they get more S cells as they're like in like peaceful times or good guys. Some
That's cap as
dude,
fuck.
it's some fucking bullshit.
Hashirama cells.
Hashirama says.
Midichlorians.
Oh baby.
Basically.
It's in my nuts.
So the ancient versions of the Saiyans technically lived in a time of
So
peace.
basically, they went bad, lost Super Saiyan.
And so the mercenary version of Saiyans could not achieve Super Saiyan at all.
Supposedly not. I don't know. It doesn't make sense because if the SL thing's fucking true, then the nicer, like more peaceful they are, the more they have, and they can turn Super Saiyan. But supposedly it's awakened by rage. So what fucking sense does this make?
Yeah,
Yeah,
by rage
and then-
and emotion.
And then why does Vegeta get Super Saiyan at all then?
And then why in Super does the
Look at this
Saiyans...
shit. Look at this shit.
Oh god!
S cells. They dwell within most Saiyans.
Then why in Universe 6 Saiyans can they just focus
Because
a
they're
point
in
on their
some
back?
fucking peaceful time, I guess. I
Hey,
don't know.
Dad, why is it that you think that I could be so strong? Well, young Gohan, I checked your S levels.
Just do a full-on Star Wars with it. Oh god!
Just do a full biology lesson with fucking Dragon Ball.
Ugh.
I've got my favorite.
Look, here we go. This is most apparent when comparing Universe 7 and Universe 6 Saiyans. The reason why is because the Universe 6 Saiyans are a lot more aggressive compared to the Universe 6 ones. So whereas the Universe 6 ones are a little more heroic, they have more S cells and they can transform easier.
Jeez.
No sense, because the original one is supposed to be based off rage.
Yeah, Rage, and then Broly's the one... Broly is referred to as the legendary Super Saiyan. The one that actually
The epitome of
fulfills the
rage.
prophecy.
I remember people getting so angry when they first heard, what's his name, Kaba? Like when Kaba said the whole thing of like, well,
Focus
it's kind
the
of
energy.
like a tickle in your back.
Yeah, that's
When
what
people
Super...
heard that, they
I was
lost
like, that was it.
their minds.
That was what Super Saiyan was reduced to in that moment.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I've got the best version of Broly right here. Don't worry, guys.
What do you got?
Here you go.
What is that? What is this, Broly?
Remember Cumber?
What is that, Broly?
That is Dragon Ball Superhero.
Superheroes.
Cumber.
Evil Saiyan,
Remember
Kanba,
Cumber?
Godslayer. That's one of his aliases. Wow.
Oh no, you should have seen when they
remember
first
Cumber.
introduced him. He was literally called Evil Saiyan.
Yeah. Just called the Evil Saiyan, yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, final question.
Cumber.
Do you think we'll ever see Broly with Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan Blue?
I don't think so.
I hope not.
I think they probably go his legendary transformation route.
And
Keep
in
him-
like
Yeah, so keep him
ascended.
as like green hair.
Yeah.
Maybe with pupils.
He can see now.
No, now he gets stand power. Now his stand is the Great Ozaru.
That would be a good stand, honestly. It's literally just Star Platinum, but it's a giant ape.
Go! Stand! Monkey business!
Monkey business.
God.
That funky monkey!
Stand power! Funky monkey!
Yeah, so that was our thoughts on the Broly movie and Abridged, and a lot of stuff about Dragon Ball.
I would say that was just more thoughts. Not we
Yeah.
talked about this for what, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
It was in it. It
was a
counts. It counts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if we
Kind
talk
of went on a
so...
tangent. Kind of went on a tangent. Never kind of never recovered from that.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a given for Dragon Ball movies. Unfortunately, when it comes down to it, so many of them are such a simple plot that, yeah, you stick to...
this was
like,
a starting point,
yeah. It's
and we
the starting
ended. Where the fuck did we end?
On
With-
superhero with
on-
Cumber.
With
and
Cumber.
Broly and S cells. Actually, that's where we ended.
We ended
I
with
never knew.
S-cells.
I never knew about S cells until you told me about it. I never knew about S cells.
Oh god.
Hey, in all fairness, when it comes down to it, it's a good chance to finally air out some of our grievances with Dragon Ball and say, we wish you would go this direction, and you won't.
We're just keep talking about our ex. Just please get better.
Gohan became so trivialized. Just make Future Trunks' timeline the real story. Just make that like where Dragon Ball goes.
and make
That was the
and then
real
let
story.
Yeah.
just
No res. No free forever res. No Dragon Balls. No Kami. No Piccolo.
No lanterns.
No Goku.
No Kryptonians.
no techniques.
Just people stronger than Super Saiyan. Fucking up the Super Saiyans. And then you make Super Saiyan 2 like mean something.
And then you also make Super Saiyan 3 like an unobtainable. Why can I say that?
I was like, speaking of airing shit out, though, can we talk about that real quick? Why the fuck did Future Gohan never go Super Saiyan 2? You telling me this dude got whooped for how many years for the androids, kept going back, and he never unlocked it? Yeah, he had this power in our timeline? What kind of bullshit is that?
He lost an arm and almost died multiple times and got no Zenkai boost. Does it run out when you're like 25?
It's called depression.
It's called erectile dysfunction.
Bro needs some S cells, bro.
Can you explain Super Saiyan to me? Well, it's like a bit of a tingle in your dick of suddenly you just enlighten.
It's like a dowsing rod.
You know what? I was like, he needed to go get a gas station pill, pop one, maybe two, and then maybe you could beat the androids.
I think it's mainly because, like, in the alternate timeline, like the dark timeline with Gohan, like, he never got the training from Goku to actually.
Hey, what the fuck? 17 and 18 were stronger in our timelines too. What the fuck kind of bullshit is this? Gohan was so weak from the beginning. He just got cooked and wrapped up. Like, come on.
Fucking this show, man.
Dragon Ball Z. What the fuck?
And then just to make things worse, they brought the dude back, had one arm, and then they gave him the best fight possible until he got jumped.
Yeah.
Until they decided to not follow
They said, oh shit, we're getting cooked by this guy with one hand. No. Hold up. We got 3 more arms. Let's beat him.
Let's go, Stumpy.
Stumpy. Alright, well, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you liked it, subscribe for more, and we'll catch you next time. Anything to add, Jutsu? French.
No matter how much we complain about Dragon Ball and how much we hate its inconsistencies,
It's never gonna get better.
It's never gonna get better.
the guy who makes it does not care.
He does not care.
But that is why I will continue to just turn the brain off and enjoy it.
Do you know what's next?
That's why I'll watch the next one. What is
That's
what is
why
next?
I won't watch it.
Next up, I'm pretty sure is the Janimba. Wait, no, Bardock.
Bardock.
Bardock?
Or no,
Bardock.
what was his name?
Do you mean
What was
Bojack?
Bojack.
Oh, I was about to say,
It was some B
Bardock?
name. It was some fucking B name. It was Bojack.
It's Bojack.
Bojack.
But wait a second, Duke. That's not abridged.
I know. We had to go back to original.
We ran out of a bridge.
No more Canadian English.
Hey, no, I'm fine going back to the original. I got more shit to complain about. I got a list.
Yay! Yeah. And now we're leaving the Cell Saga bullshit, and now we're going into the Boo Saga bullshit. Yay!
I got a list of complaints about the Boo Saga. But I also got a list of good shit. I love the Boo Saga. I got a love and hate relationship with the Boo Saga. It's got a lot of great moments.
Yeah.
It
A
will
lot
be-
of bad writing.
I got a mission for us to
What?
figure out when it comes to these future movies.
Yeah.
Make our guess of what TFS would have done with this.
Make our own try and figure out what Team 4-Star would have abridged this as.
Like, in the middle of watching it, I want to at least talk to you guys. Just like, okay, what would TFS do with this
How
shit?
does TFS make the joke about Gohan's character becoming shit?
Well, I love the
In Bojack, you could easily just be like, hey, Gohan. You could just have, like, Goku grabbing Gohan and be like, hey, Gohan, I'm here to for one final moment. This is your last one.
You get to sit on the sidelines now. No, I want to leave the stadium. What?
Okay, Gohan, I pulled my last
I hope
bullshit
you're
card.
paying attention to all the spectators in this arena, Gohan, because you're joining them.
Also, the idea that each of the pirates for Bojack were different pirates, different types of pirates.
Yeah.
Like, one of them was an internet pirate. I really wish one of them was like a fucking Somali pirate.
Oh god.
Just like comes up to comes up to Trunks of,
Okay, see, that's a good fucking idea.
I am the thief now.
Alright.
Goku catching Gohan and Bojack and being like, Gohan, I'm not here with you, you're here with me.
Alright. We're out of here. Bye.
One of them had a jar of dirt.
What? If you want to see more of our content, you can find our YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter on our Linktree at linktree/greenvillains. That's linktr.ee/greenvillains.